Testing 1 2. Wow, it feels mighty fine to be back, baby. How we all doing? What's up? What's up? Yes, yes. Let's make sure we're sounding crispy before we actually start streaming. And everyone is chilling. Okay, let's get some light beats in the background. It would only be right to do so. What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll be starting very soon. Yeah, that's not the tune that I wanted to play. 2 seconds, chat. 2 seconds. Hold up. Yeah, okay. This will do, won't it? $248 videos are unavailable on this playlist. Why? Why, I ask you? You know what? We're just gonna raw dog it. We're just gonna raw dog it. No music. Fuck it. Right. Let's get it. What's going on? Big up. What's happening, people? Welcome in, welcome in. It's been a while since we've streamed on YouTube, but that time has come and we are back. So if you are from TikTok, make sure you hit that subscribe button, of course. If not, you know the dealio. Just sit back, relax, and let the potential entries roll in. So what we're looking at today is potential continuations for gold. Now, when we pull up our pairs list, we go to our 15-minute time frame. You can see that we've had a really clear bearish movement to the downside. We're also following the same narrative on Euro, same narrative on GU as well. We're just waiting for a clear reason to either follow this into a direction that is more aligned with our bias, which is bullish, or a clear reason to follow this against our bias. So at the moment, we don't have any validated setups, but we're going to walk through these pairs together so you guys can see what we're seeing. So if you are in the chat, make sure you say hi, make sure you hit that like button. Remember, if you are going to share this, we really do appreciate it. It helps us a million. YouTube is not the best platform for getting you out there. That's why we migrated to TikTok. Feel free to head over to TikTok. We're going to be streaming there 2 days a week. We're going to be streaming here 2 days a week. Ultimately bringing our day to a 4-day streaming week. So if you're not watching us on YouTube, you can watch us on TikTok. Now, today, we do have a completely red folder cleared day. Now, tomorrow, we've got a very full up day. So what you may see on the back end of today, not right now, but on the back end of today, is the market starts to slow a little bit. Now, we're going to have a look and see what price is actually offering us for right now. And we'll track it together and see exactly what it is that we're potentially going to see. Where we are at the moment, we don't have any real points of validity in terms of Orion. Everything that we have is sort of out of the way. What's going on, Bjorn? Welcome back, brother. So really, apart from just tracking the order flow, we don't have a huge amount to follow here at the moment. This isn't a validated high just yet, but we can mark it anyway because it's always worth having it for reference. You can see the pair on the screen. I am actually going to get rid of that watermark You guys don't need it because you can see it at the top of the screen. On TikTok, it's a little bit different. Obviously, it's like phone format. So right now we have nothing at all to follow. But when we come down to the 15-minute, we track what the last points of distribution and markdown are showing us. And you can see that we're just creating this bearish movement down currently. So this is our low point at the moment. This is the low we'd expect price to close below. When we come down to the 5-minute, we do the same thing. The last upwards movement before price shifted lower is your accumulation prior to distribution. So it's just this small area here. So this move itself, this downwards move, is the validation of downside on the 5-minute. Prior to that, we were bearish anyway, because obviously you can see this big move here. We put in the low. We didn't actually come and close below it till here. Again, we're not tracking structure here. We're tracking points of fractal Wyckoff. So when we're looking at the Wyckoff understanding itself, we're always looking for the counter movement that goes against what is pre-established in our order flow. Now, it doesn't mean that we're looking to trade against our bias. Our bias is already set in stone through the system and the indicator. Now, you guys can get, if you see the top left of my screen, or top right of my screen, sorry, you can get the indicator, which is the Orion indicator. You can get that completely free with the link in my bio. I believe the link in my bio. I'm not sure if the bio is set up properly here. Whoa, what's going on, Andre? Holy moly. We've got the OGs in the chat. What's happening? We've been hiding over on TikTok, man. We've been growing our little platform over there. Just trying to integrate the two now, because TikTok, it's like a very fine line with TikTok. Like, it's really good, but it's also kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's TikTok. But yeah, I hope you're well. I'm all good. Thanks, mate. I hope you're good. So what we're looking for today is really, I expect a continuation down here at the moment. I mean, as it stands, for gold, we have our 4-hour low in place, which also has like big old collection of lows down here. But we can track the order flow. So as everyone is aware, the simplified Wyckoff model that we use has had some tweaks and some work put into it to create a constant order flow tracking system that essentially aligns with what Orion does. Now, it's nothing, you know, absurd and out of the blue. It's actually a very nice evolution of what we essentially want to trade. So where we are at the moment, we can see that price is actually in a bearish environment. Now, a bearish environment doesn't mean that we necessarily trade bearish. It just means the probability is that price will continue going lower. Now, coming on to the 5-minute, we also have the same thing going on already here. Now, remember what Wyckoff works around. It works around the principle of accumulative price action and a distribution in price action. So we accumulate and we distribute, right? Now, of course, it doesn't mean that every single high point is going to be relevant. It doesn't mean that every single low point is going to be relevant. We're not tracking structure. We're tracking the fractal understanding of order delivery, which means if you have an area that price action is collecting orders within, and then it begins to sell away, if you revisit these areas, high probability is that we are going to see the same thing happen again. History repeats itself, price action repeats itself. Everything we do is backed by data and by the analytics we have built up until now. Obviously, there is a lot of things to take into consideration. Now, one of those things is that we're not actually traveling in the direction that we want to see price traveling in. Now, it doesn't mean anything, because what we're not doing is predicting what price action is telling us. We're not telling us that price action, or we're not telling ourselves, sorry, that price action is going to do something. We just highlight specific points within the market that we can then look at as relevant if they are met for a longer term potential of criteria. Now, where we stand at the moment, I personally think we're just going to continue going lower, but I would prefer to see price potentially reject our low here. Now, rejecting the low would be ideal because this would line up with what we want to see in terms of our bullish bias, but it would also allow us to place price action back into areas that are more favorable to sell from. Now, I am not a massive gold salesman, if you were. I wouldn't sell gold on a regular basis, but we have seen consistent downside movements to tell us that price action is more likely to go bearish than it is to go bullish. Now, when we track what the order flow is actually telling us down here, we are actually already within a bearish environment. We never closed above this high, so we consistently continue to sweep liquid and go lower. I would say that pretty much from where we are, this low area should be hit. So price action, we should see some bearish price action based off of what we're seeing from now. It doesn't mean that we sell it though. This is not really the ideal area to sell from at the very finite end of what price action is doing. The idea would be that we revisit a point that's more relevant for us, and then we can begin to align some bias movements. Now, with Euro, we have a low. This is the low that we'd expect price to target, and it has actually hit it. It hasn't closed below it. It's continued to sort of bounce around. Now, if we see price action revisit between this high and this low, then I would look to potentially validate some more downside. At the moment, we need to close above this high to get our bullish price action. So remember what we'd be looking for. Every point in price has a Wyckoff schematic attached to it in some way or another. Now, if we close above this high, this would be an accumulative price action movement. This would be your lower time frame spring. Potentially, you could see a retest to bring us up into these highs. But we're not looking to validate the bullish movement here. We're looking to validate the directional shift from bullish to bearish. So the idea would be validate this as a potential spring to the upside. Watch for a close above your high. If we get the close above the high, look to validate a spring on the upper area, because downside is the more probable direction for us. We know this because of the way that everything is essentially moving. We're seeing price action continue to deliver from the 15-minute a bearish directional movement, from the 5-minute a bearish directional movement, and then the 1 minute, of course, is still bearish as well. So there is no guesswork needed. We can see that price action is telling us it is rather seeking lower prices than it would be seeking higher prices. Now, if the time comes and we see a shift across the board, then we can begin to validate our bias. Now, remember, our bias doesn't stand as a buffer for us to not enter trades. It stands as a preferable directional movement. So following that narrative, it doesn't matter if price action is going against our bias, but what matters is that we listen to what price action is telling us. It's kind of like, how would I say? It's like predicting the weather, essentially. You know, you listen to what the surrounding sort of environmental factors are, and then you factor that in to make a solid prediction based off of what price is likely to do. Now, of course, weather prediction and having a data-driven edge are very different things. But the principle here is, if we begin to validate potential upside, we can actually then start to look for our bias directional movement to play out. Now, GU, if we close above this high, which is looking likely, could actually be doing this very thing for us. Now, we will look here to see. So we did actually validate by taking out a 4-hour low, which is cool. So the 15-minute now, we're looking to close above this high. That's great. If we do that, then we have a 5-minute point of retest, which would be here. Now, notice how this point here would look exactly how we want it to look, which is a spring. Our SOS, we would then have an area that we want to retest, which is here, but we will be going down to the lower time frame to validate this if it decides to confirm on the 15-minute. Now, the 4-hour, we've already run a low, so again, that's another key point of validation for this. But really, it's a pretty good sign that there is a chance we could start to see this be the spring, this be the SOS. Then we can look for a new retest area, which will probably be that whole area. Then we can validate our 1 minute in here and trade it up into the highs. So take note of what this looks like in terms of, so we go to the 5 minute. Notice how it's a progressive move down, exactly the same as many of you are familiar with, you know, like your standard free drive move with a run of a previous high to then create a buy side window. Instead of looking at the buy side window as a whole area, look to validate it alongside with your daily bias, which we have, the 15-minute order flow, which we are looking to validate now, the 5-minute order flow, and the 1 minute. Then you've got that 3-stage Orion confirmation with other confluences to back it up. Now, it doesn't mean that this entry is going to be given. You can see prices pulling back down below this high now. But if we do begin to validate it, we can start to look at it as a reason for price to travel in a certain direction, rather than just looking at it as we want to see something happen. You know, what we want to see and what price is likely to do are two different things a lot of the time. I mean, I'll show you an entry we took yesterday on the TikTok, which was in here. Excuse me. And you'll see that it's very small, and yes, we could have run it up a million. Yes, we could have waited for whatever, but ultimately we just followed what price action told us. So we established price action being bullish after we came and took this high. Okay, that gave us the low and it gave us the high. So we were encased within a huge potential Wyckoff movement to the upside. So an accumulative movement was already in play. All of this was just internal accumulative movement. So any points within the 5 minute when we shifted in a way that is validated, have a look at what happens. We actually put in multiple springs. We have a spring here. This is your point of retest. Lovely move, right? Same thing, it comes higher. We put in a new spring. This is your point of retest, which is exactly the same. This is 5 a.m., so it wasn't really the best, but again, the same points validated. Same thing again, we put in a new spring after we close here. This is your point of retest. No retest occurred. Then we do the same thing just here. We create another spring. We close above, right? Now, this was the actual move that we capitalized on. All of these were just prior examples of the same thing. But this is the point where we validated it. So all we did was, we know on the 15 minute, we're already validating that. We waited for the close on the 5, which you can see here. We came down to the 1 minute, and all we did after that close of the 1 minute was we found the last distribution move before price began to accumulate, giving us what? A lower time frame spring, a lower time frame area to look for a retest of this, ultimately following over into every single time frame that we'd looked at prior and following over into our bias. So when we put everything back, you can see stops below the spring low, entry at, I mean, I could have waited for it to come down lower, but it just entered at the point that we wanted it to retest at, and then just took a little 1 to 2.6. So it's a really, really clean move. Now, yes, I could have pushed it to a 1 to 3, could have pushed it to a 1 to whatever, you know. The point is we got in and out relatively quickly. There was no noise there. It was a pretty clean move. We saw a nice volume increase, so we just took what we were given and we took it and ran. Now, the same thing, look at what we see here, right? We're looking at price action pushing above and closing. Then we look for another push above and a close, right? Come back to Euro, or back to GU, sorry, and you'll see the same thing. It's exactly the same. Like, it looks identical because it's the same thing. So we're seeing that push above now. We're looking to validate this. If we validate, which we have, now we can look to actually begin to capitalize on this. So at the moment, the point for us is actually quite low down, which isn't really that useful. So we've got two scenarios. Either we see price create a shift lower to bring us into the areas that we would really want to go long from, or we see price go bullish and then change into a bearish order flow. Then we can begin to capitalize on potentially locating a new spring. Now, the reason why I say this is because where we sit currently, there's no potential for a spring to form for then our retest to be validated as an entry. At the moment, we are just sitting at a high point. So we either come down and create a point that we can use as a spring, or we continue to go higher. And in that case, like, it's not going to give us an entry to trade. Now, there are a couple of the guys over at TikTok that just use this entry model as a progressive trend following, so they will literally enter now because they've confirmed every time frame and they've confirmed the 1 minute, so they'll enter now and put their stop down here, which is fine. For me, I'd rather wait for more of a preferable area. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not going to run, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get all the entries, but from here we know that price action is more than likely to continue running bullish. So let's go over to gold and see if we get any kind of shift here. Okay, so notice what we had here. We had a small push to the downside. We didn't hit the low point that we marked. That's fine. We've had a shift now to bullishness on the 1 minute, which tells us that the idea of seeing price go lower is invalid as a whole. Now, this is the areas I spoke about earlier. We push up into the points that we marked up because this offers a more favorable area to potentially short from. But again, I would prefer to just long it, to be honest with you, rather than trying to counter trend trade it. But let's have a look at what we have. Okay, this is an interesting one. So Euro has actually just set up something here for us. It's actually just set up a new point of validation, which is great. We can get rid of this now. We can get rid of that as well. Maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit. If we close above this, we've got 10 minutes. It's a little while actually. If we close above this high, we'll be seeing the same thing that I showed you on gold and the same thing I showed you on GU, where we close above a high, we validate potentially an SOS, and then we look for our RT to then follow it up into the highs. Again, it's nothing too crazy. It's literally just a case of what do we have on our higher time frame? How are we validating this? We ask ourselves the question, what is price doing currently? What is price doing currently? It's moving down, right? What would be something that we could use as a confluence for it potentially not going down anymore? Well, it would be closing above a valid pivotal that has offered price something before. For example, pushing lower into a previous low and closing below it, showing that that specific pivotal has strength to move price lower. So if price then proceeds to push above it, it begins to validate the order flow itself potentially shifting. So right now, just looking for okay. So remember, if you haven't already hit that follow button, make sure you do. It would be rude not to, right? It would be rude not to. Bit of a jump scare there for you. We're getting close to Halloween, you know, I thought I'd prep you guys up. So we saw a nice move there, but again, it doesn't really serve any purpose for us. We're looking for price action itself to actually establish more of a narrative behind it. So generally what you're going to see a spring at the low, which is what we have. We had an SOS and a retest and continuation, right? Now, it's probably better to look at it on the 5 minute. So here we saw SOS. Now we're looking for that retest to occur. Now, during a higher time frame retest, it allows the lower time frame to shift into a different directional movement. Doesn't mean that the bias changes, it just means that the singular time frame that we watch ends up shifting into a different order flow, whilst keeping the 15 minute and the 5 minute intact. Now, of course, after running a low like so, there is potential for a standard Orion entry, and you can see that the Orion entry itself aligns here. Now, the only problem we have with validating the Orion system is that we don't have any volume here. Now, when we don't have volume, it means that we don't have significant reason to believe that this is likely to work. But when aligning it with the order flow principle and the essentially fractal Wyckoff understanding, we can begin to validate the idea based around other concepts. Now, with Euro, we're still looking for a close above. Still potential. We got 2 minutes 10. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I'm just gonna go to Discord and post a little link. We are going to be streaming, guys, every Wednesday and every Friday here on YouTube. So make sure if you are a YouTube guy or girl that you put it into your schedule, because this is going to be the new schedule for us. But I hope everyone's well. I hope everybody is doing good and life is treating everyone with some respect, I guess. We all know life be lifing. Now I'm thinking about putting some music on, maybe. I just kind of want these streams to stay up so you guys can watch them back. Okay, so right here we've closed above the high. The 5 minute is also closing above that high, which is pretty standard. There. Go to the 15 minute. And we have closed above. So back down to the 1 minute. This is the same story it is on GU, right? We're bearish, obviously. You can see that top right of the screen. But if we see a shift into lower pricing, into the area that we have highlighted, we can begin to look for a reason to follow that movement higher. If we validate price action moving higher on higher time frames, you need to then validate it on lower time frames. Remember, we're not looking to track structure through this. We're not following structure. We're following relative pivotal highs and lows that align with the Wyckoff understanding, aka the spring, the sign of strength, the area of retest, all that kind of malarkey. Again, keeping it in line with the Orion system and the 3-point confluence system. Now, there are a lot of things going on in the market, but at the moment we're not seeing anything that's really that great for us in terms of the entry model itself. So at the moment, we're just looking to validate some bias movements, because as it stands, we don't really have a huge amount of movement in our bias direction, which doesn't matter. You can trade against it. I've said this before, but it's always going to be more favorable to trade in line with your bias, right? Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna let things. We're just gonna let things move here at a minute. We have nothing to do right now. think we do play some music though. Da 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 da. All right. Okay, guys. So remember, one of the biggest tips I can give, which is not a technical analysis, like do this sort of thing, is whenever you come to the market, just read what it's telling you and trade off of the basis that it's delivering to you. So you either follow what it's doing immediately or you wait for something to align with what you would like to see, which then allows you to become more competent when a certain thing is shown. But what you don't want to do is spend your time predicting, pre-pricing, building a narrative of something that hasn't happened yet, because what you're doing is you're A, wasting your own time, and B, you're using energy and, like thought process to overthink something that is a very low probability to actually consistently follow. But then you're also allowing yourself to become partially closed off to other ideas. When if you just come to the market with, I know what my entry model is, and if the market is willing to go to a place that I can validate that entry model, then it allows you to stop hunting ideas and start actually just plotting areas of value, essentially. So from where we are here, that gave us the, yep. So this is your low right now. It doesn't really matter to us in the case of what it's doing right now. We just want to see an area of validity given, so we can then follow potentially on from that. Me and streaming platforms do not go well together. The second I start streaming, I start yawning. It's actually very frustrating. Okay, I say we play some music, yeah? What are you guys thinking? Music or no music? That is the question. That is the question, yeah. Yep. Yuppity. Again, same thing on this. For us to validate some downside, we're looking quite far down, or you're looking at a close below here. I'd rather see it shift down, to be honest, but we'll see. Bias is bullish on that. Music. Okay. I'll give the people what they want. Would only be right. Hopefully music's not too loud. Shane, is that you from TikTok? I feel like it could be. If it's not, then apologies. Calling some random person, someone else. Volume's good? Good. I mean, it's all preset from when I used to stream, to be honest with you. Just like this feature. Motherfucker. Just like that feature. And we got some other features that we're going to implement. Yes, Shane, welcome in. Everyone give a big welcome to Shane. Welcome in, brother. Welcome in, welcome in. Little freshie on the YouTube channel. This YouTube channel has been going strong for a little while. But your boys don't really have time to be uploading. So the problem is I don't upload enough. Okay, so remember guys, if you head over to the Pip Surfing Society profile, you can get yourself access to the daily bias indicator, completely free, nearly at 80 likes, big up. Obviously, if you are a mentorship student, you can have access to some of the other options here. Also, the, where is it? Money in, money out. It's a paid indicator, but a very good indicator nonetheless. Now, of course, we do not have it on the screen right now, but it's because showing you how to use it without having it on the screen is a lot more valuable, in my opinion, anyway. As she's gone. Get out of here. Okay, so just a word of warning. This live stream will be flagged after this, okay? So it will essentially, it might not, but it could get taken down, okay? Because of the music. Now, that's fine. You know, that's part of streaming on YouTube, I guess. So make sure that you are taking notes on any points or you're asking any questions, because you may not have the opportunity to watch the rerun. Now, it doesn't mean it 100% will, but there is a chance that it will. And YouTube do not mess around when it comes to like privacy stuff. So they will probably just stop people watching it as soon as we finish streaming. 4 viewers going on strong right now. Just to give you guys an idea, if you are from YouTube and you haven't actually watched this on TikTok, TikTok would generally pull in like 50 to 100 people on average, I would say. That's our like average concurrent viewers. I have thought about trying to dual stream, but the internet is just so piss poor here at the office that I feel like it's just counterproductive to do so. Okay, ideal scenario here. Close below the low, that would be the ideal scenario. 23 seconds, let's see what we get. Back to myself. 'Cause I wouldn't do this shit for anyone else. Okay. Here we go. That's pretty crispy, can't lie. Okay, so we have 2 of the same setups now. If we close above here, we're looking for a push higher. If we close above here, we're looking for push higher. If we close above here, we're looking for a boom 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 push higher. Okay? You know what I've just realised? There's no alerts, is there? Definitely isn't. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, cool. It does work. I'll shut up then. Yep. So yeah, right now there's nothing. There's nothing there. Honestly, this week so far, apart from Monday, has been pretty poor price action. I mean, I don't know if you guys agree or not, but yesterday the price action was literally turd. It was the most turd I've seen in a long time. It was the most turd. Yeah, you see what I mean about the YouTube algorithm? It's like, it's not even putting us onto anyone. It's literally not even putting us onto anyone. Like, TikTok, it constantly pushes new people through your stream. Constantly. YouTube, it's just like, 4 viewers is enough. You'll be fine. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so where we are right now, we actually have a bullish 5-minute, bearish 15-minute, and a bearish 1-minute. So we either wait, well, not we either, we wait for price action to essentially come above this high, validate the upwards move, then we can look for a shift down. Otherwise, we're looking for 5-minute closes down here, which is just not really any good to us. Yeah, there's nothing really for us to do with that. Look at that. That's wafty. That is wafty. Wow. Still going strong. 4 viewers, guys. Remember, if you want to share this stream with other people, I would massively appreciate it. If you hit that thumbs up button too, if you can find it, that would be awesome. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You know the deal. Same old shizzle. Different streamizzle. Running away from what's right. Okay, so last time I looked, unable to load audio track error when adding audio to short video. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I can't find my own stream analytics. Can't find it. I suppose I better do a YouTube plug, hadn't I really? Okay, gentlemen, if you are looking... Hang on. That's better. Gentlemen, if you are looking for hair products, okay, that you can trust, which is quality assured. Again, this is not a paid advert. Why is my mic so wonky? I don't know. This is not a paid advert. I'm not promoted to say this. It's purely off of my own use. I got sent a salt spray right here by Palmari UK. Salt spray, right? Now, you can check them out. They have a shop on TikTok. They also have an eBay store. They also have, I think they have a website. I'm not 100%, but have a look at the branding. Yeah, nice and clean. Go and check them out. I'm pretty sure they have like a 25% sale on right now. Well worth it. Again, this is just my opinion. This is not a paid promotion in any way, shape, or form. They sent me a free product, and I said I'd try it and promote it if it's good. And it's good. So, yeah. Take my word for it. Go and check them out. Well worth it. So we're back down. We're back down in Miniature Me. Miniature Me is back. That's pretty smooth, isn't it? Zip, 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 zip. Now you see me? No, you don't. Simple as that. I can't lie to you guys. I don't actually know how I managed to get it to do that. But it looks good. Like, if you ask me to tweak it or ask me to do something, I'll be like, I don't know. But that's not down to me, you know. We also have this one, which doesn't work when you don't have a green screen. We have this one too, which kind of works. I mean, we need like FX replay in there, but you know, it's a different story. We'll get it all back and running, chat. Don't worry about it. And all four of you will have the best stream of your life. You're gonna be like that. Whoa, the production value is crazy. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this tune is, but we'll see. Hey. I'm a fan. So if we see it close above here, you see what we want to see. "27 seconds. 27 seconds. 20 seconds. Okay, no close above. Pretty good sign, right? That's just standard right there. We'll see what happens. Looking crispy. Looking crispy. That looks good. Nice bit of buy-side dominance as well in this 5 minute. Let's see. Until we get close above though, there's nothing. Literally. "10 seconds. feel like Donald Trump dancing like that. So he dances. Let's see. I reckon we close below this low. I reckon we close below here, then we shift. I reckon we close below here, then we shift. Only time will tell. Again, we don't want to make predictions as to what price is going to do. That would be stupid to do that. Okay, we close below. That's sweet. So that's the first point that we spoke about. Now, because we've closed below this low, we can look to validate this as the high. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Literally. Ah. Right, I'm going to go grab a coffee, guys. I'll be right back. Remember what we're looking for here. Oh, maybe I won't stretch it down like that. I'll be back in 2.
fatigue and they try to call you out, but they die late. That's my current mind state in a time where time's great. Shit, I be trying to make my prime wait. I got this fear about fear and that I fear about fear, and I got feelings about feelings. I be sealing that ceiling. I be Sherlock Holmes of the stresses. I find all of them shits, girl, I'm extra. I could find the one cloud when it's sunny. I could feel broke in a pile of money. Trying to convince myself shit why I talk a lot. Shit, I could bring sand to the beach and then stand in the parking lot and not even go in. Take dips of positivity, but gotta be thrown in. Something wrong in heaven, baby. Ooh, I swear something wrong with me. I can find something wrong in heaven, baby. But what I got to show for this honesty might be the shit I'm on forever, baby. Yeah. Would you still wanna hold me down? She said I see you be right, wanna see you be happy. What if I don't know how? I don't know that it's gonna get better, will I get it over time? They be so negative, these sentiments of mine. Know it seem I'm winning, it's my element to shine, but it don't always look the same inside as it is outdoors in the midst of cloud warfare. Trying to make them feel me where they don't anymore care, and been having recent success, almost as scary as failure to me. What if I still stress the people that's caring for me out? Until they make their way out, and I'm standing in sun covered in rubble from the bubble of my grayed out, and they waiting on emotional payouts for standing by me all these years when I was stay pouting. How much have I earned with my good traits? I be pointing out the bad, but in good faith. I've been trying to tell me that I'll be happy. Make the darkness occasional, the content everlasting. It's the type of beat that make me want talking cliches. Make me want turn my phone off for 3 days. Make me wish that all
Yes,
my
boys.
dues were just prepaid.
Ah, that's why it's hanging like that. It's like pinged over. Also, I feel like the audio is very quiet. I tested it when I was making the coffee, and it seems absurdly quiet. I don't know about you guys. I feel like this needs to go up a little bit. This needs to go up a little bit. This needs to be like, I'm thinking like here. Yeah, that seems like a more reasonable area. There we go, like here. That's good. I'm happy with that. As long as you guys are happy, that's the main thing. Okay, so the same point is still point of relevance here. The Euro USD is still, I mean, we could shift here. We have already shifted on the 5. So yeah, we can't use that. What's going on? Welcome. It's been a while. What's your thoughts on gold? To be honest, at the minute, I think we're just going to go lower from where we are currently. I don't think we're going to shift bullish just yet, but that's just because at the moment we're in a bearish environment. So I think we go down lower. I think we come down to this low here at 4001 or whatever it is. Call it 4K. I feel like we go 4K. At the moment, though, we're in a bearish environment, which is a product of a... We're actually here. Product of a higher time frame bullish bias. So there isn't really much we can do until we actually shift. So this is the low for everything. If we come into here, or we contact that point, I'll look for a potential shift down. I don't think we're going to see anything else outside of that right now. We'll see. Yeah, for whatever reason, YouTube is not putting us on to anyone's not live streams, but anyone's like explore pages. It's just not. I don't know why, but it's not. And this is exactly why we moved away from YouTube, because it is dog shit at putting you onto people. TikTok just feeds people to your stream constantly, and it's great for growth, and it's great for building an environment that people want to be in. YouTube, not so much. It's very stagnant in the way it performs. The algorithm just isn't really that great. People seem to think that YouTube's like superior for some reason. I don't know why. I disagree. I think the TikTok algorithm is much superior to showing people things that they might be interested in. Because remember, the grand reason you go to a social media platform, or you go to a content platform, is not just to watch the same stuff you've watched already, but it's also to find new things and discover more things that you like. Where I think YouTube isn't doing a very good job of that, personally. And you might turn around and say, not you guys necessarily, but you might turn around and say, well, you know, if you've done this, this, and this, you should see this, this, and this in return. For example, on TikTok, all you have to do is go live, and they do the rest of the work for you, as it should be. You're bringing content to their platform, so they should put you on as a content creator, right? Whereas we have not fluctuated above the number of 4. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the highest number I've seen is 4 in this stream. Am I wrong? Is there more people than 4 people watching right now? Maybe the chat, maybe my thing's frozen. Okay, there's 6 people in the stream. Okay. This one is clearly frozen. But this is the reason why we moved away from YouTube. Also, you can't stream music on YouTube. Like, this is going to get copyrighted the second I end the stream. It's going to get copyrighted, and it will probably be unavailable for a lot of people. Which is just, you know, I get it, but like, come on now. Come on now. I'm seeing 6. Yeah, 7 now. 7 now, which is awesome. I appreciate you all. You know, there's no negativity towards it. But Shane, coming from TikTok, you will know that. How long are we now? We're an hour into the stream. Normally on TikTok, we're 100+ people. Not every stream, but most streams that we have like over 100 concurrent viewers pretty regularly. Okay, we got it here. Oh. Okay, guys, remember, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Up to 8 now. Yeah, that's it. Just got to keep grinding through. YouTube's just not very tolerant of people having breaks. If you come away from YouTube, when you come back, you're fighting the algorithm hard, mate. Easily? Yeah, that's right. And there's definitely a delay as well. I don't know why there's a delay, but there's a delay. Output. Stream. Low latency. It's on low latency already. Me don't know.
Damn, I hate to go psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on. You, my roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bowl.
How's everyone been anyway? Has everyone been good? Really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. Got diamonds by the bowl. When I'm rolling through my Enzo, telling 4, 5 to 5. This is it. 34 walk through, man, we had every slit. Had so many bottles, gave ugly girl a sip. Out the window of the Benz, so we get sent in the rent. And I'm like, What?
man, my lips so goddamn cold. Diamonds when my teeth are sore.
Anyone is it all? Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Hate to go psycho, the mama felt like Michael. Okay, I get the point. Let's see, so this moves down to here, which is actually pretty good, to be honest. Can't lie, that's actually pretty good. If I could get the right candle, that'd be awesome. Molly going crazy. Yeah, so that would be a closing above here, would validate upside from this point. So we'll see what price action wants to do here. Now keep in mind that we are bearish on this. So there is a chance that we do see it continue going bearish, but probability basis, we go higher. If we close above the high. Still 26 seconds. Feel like Michael, can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. Yeah, I did think about it a couple times streaming on Twitch, but yeah, I kind of think that Twitch as well is one of those platforms that it's like it's more aimed towards gaming, you know. So I don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I streamed on Kick for a little while, but it's like streaming to a bunch of zombies on there. I don't want to get into it. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got like a good 5-second delay. Good 5-second delay. Bussin'. So now it's 8 something. That shit needs to get off my playlist. That I can just get out of it. What are you saying there, Andre? 1 second, mate. Oh, what a tune. Yo. Anything on GU, we'll take a look at that in a second. Do you have to pay to go live on TikTok, like with a third-party software to stream your screen? No, you don't have to pay for it. It's just like YouTube. You know, once you get to a certain level of following, you can go live. But it's so much better for discovery. To give you an idea, I'll show you some of my statistics, right? So let's go to the last time I went live on YouTube first, and I'll show you. So we go analytics, and we'll do content, live stream. Okay, live streams. Okay, so the last time I went live on YouTube was 3 months ago, right? 3 months ago. So just to give you guys an idea, we were on 0 followers when I started. Well, not 0, but we were on like 400 followers on TikTok when I started going live. We're now nearly at 5k. Just to give you an idea, this YouTube channel has been around for like 3 years and it's barely at 3.5k. So we've surpassed the growth of the YouTube over 3 years than we have in 3 months on TikTok. And we lost our original account, which we got to like 1,700 followers. Okay, so last time I went live was 3 months ago. Do you know how many views we got on that live stream? I'll show you. You see it there? Right, let me go to... One second. Right. So, the last time we went live was 3 months ago. Look at the views. 119 and 201. Yeah? They're the views. Now, let me show you the numbers that we do on TikTok. And you'll see why I'm over there, because it's a different level. It's a different level. Like, it's a different level. Live streams. So, the 2 streams I done this week, 2.6k and 1.6k, 7.3k, 2.9k, 3.7k. It's so much better for growth and for just, you know, getting out there to other viewers and other, you know, potential members of the community, essentially. And the way I think about it as well is, you guys all found me through social media, right? So think how many more people I'll reach on there than I do here. Now, I'm not saying that YouTube's a bad platform at all. That's not what I'm saying. But if you can stream for 2 hours and get 100 views, or you can stream for 2 hours and get 3,000 views, you know what one you're going to pick, right? And again, I'm not here to do it for views and to sell you a £1,000 course. I'm teaching you for free, and everybody knows if you put the time in, you can learn most of the stuff I do for free in a relatively short period of time. Obviously, it takes practice a lot more than just learning it and running away and doing it. You should get it, mate. You should get it. Okay, so if we close above this in the next 15 seconds, then, and it's a pretty janky area, but we have like a huge area that price action could potentially maybe here, this whole area. Girl, I love you. But then we can sort of look to target, we can target this high to start, which obviously doesn't give us much, and we can look to target this afterwards. I don't wanna play games. Okay, we got it, right? So upside is now the more probable scenario for GU. I gave my life over to you. And look at this. Look at that, chat. Must be a fluke, eh? Must be a fluke. We literally got it's on the screen. We've drawn it. It's on the screen. Although we didn't get an entry for it, it's still pretty good in terms of the analysis. Pre-predictive analysis, essentially. Euro. The fuck am I looking at right now? Okay, right. This song needs to shut the hell up. I'm not feeling that right now. I don't know what this is either. No. Why is Ed Sheeran on my playlist? Whoever put that there is you're a very deranged human being. Yeah, Andre, come on over to TikTok, my man. We're going to be streaming there 2 days a week, so... And I've been streaming there every day prior. Every day that I haven't been on YouTube, I've been on TikTok. Don't get me wrong, it's a completely... Like... You know, the classic... scroll until you pass away kind of deal, but as long as you don't fall into that trap of doing that, then you'll be fine. I've been driven for so long. I wanna take the wheel. Don't know what I'm doing, but I wanna feel what's real. This is such a good song. It's catchy, man. It's catchy. 22 seconds. I gotta make you see me eye to eye. Wait, what pair were we just looking at? Euro. Jesus. I wanna go far. What days? So TikToks are on all the days beginning with a T. TikTok Tuesday, TikTok Thursday. So Tuesday, Thursday, we're over there. My name is Ross_rfx. I'll show you on the screen so you can take note of it. Here. Limitless is the creator network that I'm part of. So don't worry about any of that stuff. I mean, you can see all the content and stuff from there. I mean, even this, like that TikTok there, the one that's pinned, excuse the janky nail, that TikTok, the one that's pinned there, that's got more views than my most viewed video here on TikTok, on YouTube. That's saying something, isn't it? The amount of time and work I've put into YouTube videos, and then one just slapdash video that I've made and chucked on my TikTok has more views. I think if YouTube done a better job of putting people on, they'd have a lot more people making content. Because for me, it's kind of like if I'm going to spend 3 to 4 hours editing a YouTube video, so it's YouTube spec, and then for me to get like 50 views in a week, it's not even worth my time. Like, it's not even worth my time. I know it sounds really negative, but like, it's not, is it? Let's be honest. Stand alone inside my car. No destination I wanna go for, 'cause I can't take this anymore. I really should pull over. Have we closed above that high? No, I'm not. That's not a close. Not a proper close anyway. Sweet, Andre. See you over there, my boy. Okay, this is good. This is good. We now want to see price close below this low. Okay, we now want to see price close below this low. If we come down close below this low, we can start to use a point of validation where an actual entry may be given to go counter here. Potentially. You know what I want to listen to? I want to listen to this. This is the song I want to listen to. And again, with this, I am looking at essentially this kind of move. Up into the highs. Obviously, stop would have to go a bit lower. And you'd have to target some higher points. Like so. But that's what I'm looking at right now. I wanna mess with it. Wanna mess with it. Ready, I can't in it. I wanna see you alone. Listen away, compliments around. Okay, let's go and validate this. Ugh. Okay, that's sweet. That's sweet. There we go. This is perfect. So this is the point now where we can validate upside. If we validate upside, we can look to go long. Wanna dance on it? How I feel, how I feel. I wanna feel. I'm a Chinese calendar. Alright, hold fire at the minute. Is someone talking right now? US trade representative. Oh, US trade. Hit me for the day,
for the light that you suffer to come by. Take to my sky, never wanting
only
to live out of reach.
who's playing? Oh, who's playing as in right now? What song is this? This is Fontaine's DC. If it's momentary business. A couple of songs ago? Oh, was it... Was it... Was it this song? This one? a beat. It's a beat. Yeah, it might not even be that one, but. Back in the years again. Yeah, you're good, bro. You're good. You're good. I know where they coming from. I know that you're paranoid. Be riding eyes on light through the night. Cause the thought of riding out is modern day suicide. So precise, places you touching me so precise. Putting me back just like the ocean tides. Doesn't exist to me. Okay. Right, we validated a long position here. Remember, even if this fails, it fails. It doesn't matter if it fails. Like, that's not a problem. Can't lie, though. The target's way up there. That's pretty chunky. Can't lie. I mean, we ride in the wick right now on GU, to be honest. We'll see what happens. This is the GU entry. Obviously, I entered a little bit lower than what we were talking about. It was only because as I went to execute, this fat candle came, so I was like, you know what? We'll just trade it lower. If it comes lower, I'll get in. And it did. So there you go, beautiful. Same risk profile though, it just allows it to be a little bit tighter because we're using a position that's further down. But we'll see what happens with that. Okay, GJ as well is the same now. Leave it off behind. Healing. Yeah. No, you're good, mate. You're good. Yeah, the song I was on about was The Feeling. Here, it's by Logic. I think this is the song you were referring to. I mean, I might be wrong. This one. Is it this one? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We don't know. Yeah, that's called The Feeling by Logic. Logic, yeah, that's it. The Feeling. Happened to me. Here, look, I'll just pull it up one second. Here. Wonder if he give a damn. The forever son. Oh. Oh. Use your head, don't be dumb. Use your head, don't be dumb. Right, same here, right? We close below this low, right, on gold. I would expect to see further downside. Just like GJ, we closed above the high and I said expect upside. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing as this. And the same thing as this when I said if we close above this, look within this area to see upside. Now, my entry is here on that. So it's essentially like this, give or take. You can see stop, entry point. Maybe it's slightly higher than that. I mean, we're not going to argue over a couple of points, are we? But yeah, that's the same principle, okay? So you can literally do the same thing over and over and over and repeat on different pairs. Like, it doesn't matter what pair you're doing it on. It's the same thing. We've got GJ running pretty well as well. I mean, GJ is exactly where it should be. For some reason this is locked. I don't know why this is locked. Auto scroll. Chart shift. Why is it doing that? Okay, for whatever reason I can't move my MetaTrader to show you, but I can show you from where it is. I don't know why it won't let me like adjust how it looks on the screen. But yeah, same thing. Entry at the, I mean, slightly off from where it should be, but entry at the high point or at the point where it comes back into that area, and then let it trade up into the highs. Spread is fucking dreadful on that as well. Literally terrible. So we can put that there and make that small. And then we'll do the same thing for GU, is it? Yeah. Can't be around. I only speak one language. On my grind. I was born naked as night. Are you friend, are you foe? Are you fake, are you real? It's like we're all in reverse. Men are acting like girls. That's why I'm dreaming alone. I can reason with. Like I'm 24, I'm rock inside a sea full of stones. Beautiful. What can we say? First day back on YouTube, and we got a couple of beautiful little runners. Even if they don't go to TP, it's still a great example of the same way that the system works. This is a counter bias movement. You can see our bias up here. It's counter bias. Then we have a pro bias move. So it's a win-win, right? Now I'm actually going to go break even on this in a second if we stay above this high point here. So if we close back out above, which it looks like we probably will, I'm going to go break even on it. Then GJ, I can't really go break even on GJ yet because we haven't gone anywhere. But I would like to see it push a little bit higher. We'll see. Memory of my life. These days are right around. trying to hide my face. These days are right around. So we didn't see a close above. Price continues to go higher. I was never individual when you came to show me how I feel. Never break the seal. I'll sit on that block. Little taps back into the area here. We need to see a nice clean push away. If we close down and we end up getting a push down into the lows, it doesn't matter. Every single trade we enter has the same probability basis because we're using the same rule set to determine where our entry point is. It doesn't matter if it doesn't work or not. DXY broke a 4-hour high. Yeah, fuck the DXY, man. That's what I say anyway. Fuck the DXY. I'll be back in 2. I'm just going to go toilet. Obviously, I know you use it, so that's cool, but I personally don't like the DXY. I don't like the USD in general. Yeah, what's going on? Alright, so we're still sitting around the same price point here at the minute. Way.
Yes.
Okay, so we could get taken out of BE here. We'll see. It doesn't matter if we do. Again, everything we do is like, it doesn't matter what the outcome is. Like, we need to stop worrying about what the outcome is.
Again and again. Yeah.
Exactly the same as GJ. Doesn't matter if we take a loss here. Doesn't matter. If it's a stop, it's a stop. It's fine. Accept it. So remember what we're looking at here. Spring. SOS. Area of RT. Next step. Accumulative. Mark up phase. Same thing here. Spring. SOS. Area of retest. Well, the whole area of retest is this whole area. Next step, accumulative markup phase.
Don't make me have to rise my rifle. Man, try send some young boys for me. Don't make me have to ride by high school. Shit, you man been dropping lately. Don't make me have to fly my iTunes. So much people buy into my hype. Don't make me have to buy my hype too. Dealt with a big homie already. Don't make me have
Can't
to
lie.
you. Enough times he tried to.
Drake ain't doing it for us, is he really? Let's be honest. Let's be honest, that boy is just chatting shit. Got me up all night. I'm drinking a love song. She got me up all night.
Down and out with these love songs. She got me up all night. Drowning out with these love songs. She got me up all night. Yeah, all I'm singing is love songs. She
Got me up all night.
yeah, constant drinking and love songs. She
Got me up all night. What a move. What a move. Now the answer, well, the question to this is, who was here when I first started talking about this potential entry? Who was here then? Were you taking notes on the points I was making? There's only 4 people in here right now, and I know there is 1,001 people that would literally give a left testicle to be in here right now to follow that move. Now, this is the beauty of it. A lot of people aren't aware of the stream that's happening, that's fine. A lot of people aren't willing to learn the system and apply it in a way that actually works. Too many people want to use a system to jump in head first and take a trade rather than taking the rule set around an entry and understanding the probability factors that follow it. This is how you build consistency. It's not hunting a trade through the idea that it's going to work. It's following a trade through understanding of probability within concentrated areas within the market. At what point did I say here, oh, it's coming back down, we might get stopped out, or I might close this, or whatever? No, because the relevance for us is still the same. This is still the area we're likely to push away from. Same with GU. This is still the area we're likely to push away from. Yes, it's not running in the best possible way, but I've said this before, the way price looks does not dictate the actions it will take in the future. You can't allow the idea of how something visually is detailing itself to you to dictate the probability of something that you already know is something that is proven by data to be a probable outcome. To be honest, I did not understand the entry explanation. Still learning. That's fine. That's fine. Here's some key pointers for your learning. Take notes on the things that you did understand, the points you did, because there's probably a couple of points you understood, right? And then take notes on the stuff you don't understand. And when you're just put for example, 1 minute entry, don't understand reason of 1 minute entry, or don't understand specific point within 1 minute entry. Don't understand stop loss, don't understand entry, don't understand TP. Then when we go live next time, or even now, you can ask those questions. Building your knowledge on the backbone of understanding, not the backbone of what is trading, how am I going to get into these trades? If you always focus on what you know and build around the principles of what you know, you begin to build knowledge through understanding, not forcing that level of understanding, if that makes sense. It's beautiful to see, right? It's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see. I mean, we're not at TP yet. I'm going break even on GJ right now. I'm going to secure that. So I'm secure now on both. Both of them are completely secure. I'll show you the updated version of what this looks like now. Okay, so you can see stop loss is above our position. We bought in here. Price came up, back down. We protected ourselves now. The reason why there's such a big gap between the entry and this is because if price does come back down, which it could, you know, there's no guarantees. If it does come back down, we want to make sure that we're paying our commissions. What we don't want to do is have price come, bang, take us out at a net zero. Okay, so an equal zero, and then you lose X amount of dollars to commission on top. So, for example, this position for me is a this is a 6.7 lot position. So whatever your commission is, for example, for me, it's $5 per lot. Times it by 6.7, and that's the price you're going to be paying on this position. So I need to make sure that my stop loss is sitting in whatever that fee is. Okay? Don't get caught out by the idea of break even being zero. Break even is not zero. Break even is all fees paid. What are you reckoning, Andre? Feel good to be back? Come on now. Come on now. That's your updated entry here. Same thing. You know, we're just allowing for commissions. Yeah, it's good, mate. I've missed it as well. You spoke to Guy lately? You know I would die for that is. Man, I grind so much that I ain't got no time for a chick. Nah, I ain't got no time for a chick. I think last time I spoke to you, I think Hudson was probably what, just starting to crawl, maybe. I ain't got no time for a chick, nah, I ain't got no time for a chick. I live it this way, see the money coming this way, that's why I had to get my shit straight, cause my life was just a piss take, yeah. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. No, I haven't heard from him in a long time either, mate. I bumped into a load of South Africans when I went to Leger to watch the mountain biking downhill championship. And I messaged him and I got a response once and then I didn't hear anything after. He also left the server as well, he left the Discord. Which is fair, look, each to their own. Everyone's got to do their own thing. And I get it. So much more than perfect. Right now I'm not really worth it. That's what we want to see. One conversation a week. Guys, there's 6 people watching right now. If you're all subscribers, thank you all so much. But if you're not all subscribers, hit that subscribe button now. Before I kick you out of the live stream. Simple as that. You gotta do it. thinking we use this video as a case study. Yeah, what's happened? The GBPUSD case study. When I'm falling to pieces, look at the sky tonight. All of them stars have a reason. Damn, boy. I think we chop this into a TikTok. We do all kinds of things with this. It needs to be done. I want people to see it, you know? I want people to see it. I want people to use it. I can't lie though. Half tempted to just get out with what I've got. Half tempted to just get out with it. But we're safe, so I say we run it. $14p per click, that's low. 24 per click, that's kind of expensive. Andre, how do you remember when I was talking to you about my my ecom? Remember doing my ecom and I said, "Oh, I just hit 1,000 in sales." I think that was a while ago, right? I was like, "I just hit 1,000 in sales on my ecom." It's like a big achievement for me. Remember that? No, I think last time I spoke, we hit 1,000 in sales. I'm pretty sure. I appreciate the well done, but you're gonna be shocked to see where we're at now, mate. I'm pretty sure last time we spoke, that's where I was at. I just hit the £1,000 milestone, and I was like, big achievement. I'm trying to get it to load. I can't, for whatever reason, won't let me log in. We won.
I don't know.
My new bitch look like Halle Berry. But she don't love me, she's too scary. My old bitch run like Jackie Brown. I don't wanna love her, she too down. I'll show ya. Once I log out, because I've got two different stores now. One is like a smaller version of the original one, but it's just with all the stuff that worked the best. I'll show you. I can't. It won't let me log out. I don't know why. It's not letting me log out for whatever reason. Only rise when it feel like this. Only thing days, but it feel like months. Not for you, you like once. Life move fast when you do what you want. Why is it not working? I don't know. Okay, here we go.
I don't know. You play loud.
Grip on a bitch like all them. I'm waiting for it. Oh, I mean, this app is dreadful, mate. She don't love me, she too scary. Bruh, why is it not working? I can't get it to work. I don't know why it does this. It's really annoying. Used to be a massive problem, but then for a while it's been fine. How would you read the up move on Euro USD right now? Take a look. Well, it's pretty chunky, isn't it? Well, we close below here, then if we close above, which is likely to happen, so if we close above here, so it's likely to happen, we've got another 4.5 minutes on that. If we close above here, then we can start to look for validation on the 5 and the 1, the same way we did with the other pairs. At the moment, though, there is not really much to go off of because we need to wait for that 15 minutes to validate. Oh, we got it. Right. I think I'm logged in now to the right account. Yes. Okay, Andre, you ready to see where we're at right now? And now it's not loading. Bruh. There we go. Right. Do you want to take a guess, Andre? Go on, take a guess and I'll show you. 3K? Pretty good. Let me show you. We call that compound. And then, just to show you the other account, okay, the other one, if it lets me log straight out and into my other one, it's probably not going to do. Oh, it did. Okay, it let me do it, which is great. Okay. I'll show you the other one, which has only been up for about 3 to 4 months. The other one is at 6.4. So we've got 6.4 and 18.9.
What we doing today?
So we're going quick. We're going quick.
Man, try sees better than me. Tell my man shut up.
Shut up.
Mention my name in your tweets. I rude boy
Shut up.
Better than me?
Shut up.
Best in the scene. Tell my man, yo, copy man, call me a
Backup dancer. Backup dancer. Backup dancer. What do you reckon about that then, Andre? Good, right? I don't know, you tell me. I literally gave you a guide on how to do it too. I've actually started my own website now because I'm paying so much in fees. To give you an idea, last month I paid £2,000 in fees. In fees. Don't get me wrong, mate, it's been a lot of work, but well worth it. Well, Hudson's running around and answering back now, so I don't have much time anymore, bro. 2:45. Why isn't it rolled over before? Shut down Twitter. If you don't rate me, shame on you. Let me make that too.
Shut your fucking stupid mouth.
Exactly. That's what Stormzy said. Exactly. I'm just gonna go for 1-3 on this, I think. Just gonna get out 1-3. I think that's what we're gonna go for. And then GU. Can't really do a 1-3 on that. Yeah, we could do a 1-3. I'm gonna do 1-3 on this too. What is that? 3347. Yeah, there. Hey, right, baby. Talk to me. Okay. I think 2 hours is long enough for our first stream back on YouTube. I think I think we are going to wrap it up there. We've had some amazing examples of the system that we're using and that we have continued to use. We've just progressed it forwards with new elements. So yeah, if you guys are following along, I appreciate it. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, make sure you do. I will see you all in tomorrow's live stream on TikTok. So if you're not following us on TikTok, make sure you do. It's Ross-rfx. You will find me on there. We're about 4.5k followers on there, so you can find us. But yeah, all love, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. If you are in these trades, make sure you protect them. Remember, consistency and backtesting data is what is going to provide you success. So if you want to collect your own backtesting data, you can do it using the link in the description down below for FX Replay. You can get yourself 15% off with the code PIPSurfing. And yeah, as always, stay true to yourself, stay true to your rule set. Let Orion lead the way, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's live stream. Peace and love.